to my channel. I just want to say Happy New Year to you all. I know that everyone was dying to put 2020 behind us. I know I was. 2020 definitely was not a great year for me personally. Just, family stuff, personal stuff. It happens. But I want to talk to you guys today about how we're going to make 2021 our bitch, okay? You and me, we're going to go through this together. We're going to kill this year. And I don't want to sound like one of those cheesy people, new year, new me. But, I do believe that each year we learn something new. We are constantly learning something new. So, why don't we keep applying what we're learning to in life, what we're going through? We want to grow. We want to move up and move on. So we're going to take all the crap we went through in 2020. We're going to apply it to 2021. And each year, year after year, day after day, week after week, month after month, we're going to get better. We're going to get a little bit better. We're going to get a step closer to achieving our goals. We're going to get there. We're going to make sure it happens. And I want to tell you guys, I learned in 2020 and how we're going to apply these for our new year for 2021. Because honestly, I don't know about you guys, but I am just, honestly, full transparency, I have been stuck. I've been stuck for a hot minute. I don't know what it's been. I don't know. It's just, there's been a lot of self-reflecting going on, a lot of personal, I don't know how to call it, but it's just a lot of personal stuff, a lot of garbage basically that I want to throw out for 2021. We're not taking it in 2021. We are going to glow up. We're going to boss up. All that sad girl shit, we're leaving it back in 2020, okay? So I know for me personally, a number one thing that I have learned in 2020 is to just F it, do it. That's the only, there's no other thing that I can tell you to motivate you or to, just to get you going. You want to do something, F it, do it. Like me personally, I wanted to start a YouTube channel. F it, I did it. I wanted to start being more engaged on my social media. F it, I did it. I kept thinking, I'm gonna make these posts, people are gonna think they're silly, people are gonna think they're stupid. F it, I did it. This was a big one for me. My boyfriend, I don't know if I've told you guys, my boyfriend is a personal trainer. And this is a point where my whole life, I knew that I wanted to be a veterinarian. That's it. That's all I knew. All I wanted to do. My whole life, I had been preparing to go to vet school. And so in I think it was my second year of college, I got a job at a clinic, at a veterinary clinic. And don't get me wrong, I loved it. I absolutely still love animals. I love working with animals. I feel like I have a very, almost in a sense, a sixth sense for animals. But being in that environment, knowing that I wanted to go to vet school to be a veterinarian, seeing all that the doctor actually did from a day-to-day basis, I was like, that's not what I want to do. It didn't speak to me anymore. Working there and being with the animals, it definitely did. But as far as wanting to be a veterinarian, it was out the window. So I have been lost for a good while. And honestly, I would glue myself to the couch and watch Netflix all day. I wouldn't move. I didn't want to do nothing. I, barely wanted to go to the gym. It wasn't only till recently that, me and my boyfriend started dating. I decided that I do want to become a personal trainer. So, I'm studying and preparing and getting ready for my test so I can be certified and start helping people live the healthy lifestyle that they want to live. But before that, I was very sad, very, unsure of myself, not the confident person that I used to be. And what makes me even more sad, it makes me realize this even more, is that I have a best friend. We've been best friends since freshman in high school, and it's been 10, 11 years now. She knew who I was before So to see me grow up through life and go through all these stages that I've been going, there are certain sides to me. I definitely matured and felt more sensitive towards people, considered what people wanted. Like, my personality really did change. Like, I actually matured. But she also reminded me that I let myself kind of become a pushover. I started taking the crap that people were giving me. And it kind of, not gonna lie, it hurt to hear these things, but I knew she just wanted what was best for me, and she knew I needed to hear these things. Because before, I was a confident person. I took charge. I took what I wanted. I did not accept no for an answer. You didn't like me? That was your problem, not mine. And I just kept going on by in life. And I was the happiest that I had been in my whole life. So to going to a person who was unsure of herself, not happy in my body, it took a big number. And I didn't mean for this video to be a whole life story about, my past, but I want people, girls, guys, whatever, if you're going through something, like, I love the both people that I had become. I love the side of me that was, more tender and caring, but I did not like the person that came with that, with being pushed around and took people's crap. So I learned things from both of those stages in my life. I know that I was happy and I was confident, and I just pushed forward. I was so motivated, and I knew I had to get stuff done, and I didn't make any excuses on why I don't want to do it, or I'm just being lazy. And I want to take that and take the stuff that I've learned throughout the years of maturing and combine them. I want, to be the Amber 2.0. And I just want to find that balance of, still putting myself first, but I still want to care for others. Being confident, I just want you guys to know that you have someone here who has been through a lot. And especially with this past year, a lot of stuff in my family, did not, it definitely threw me for a ride. But going forward, all the sad crap in 2020, that's done, it's over with. There's nothing we can do about it, right? So we're gonna move on to 2021. And I want you guys to know that if you're in that I know that's a dark, sad, and lonely place to be in. And I want you to know that if you are in that place, I am here for you. Please reach out to me. Tell me what's going on. And I really want to be a light for you guys, because I know when I was going through so much crap, I needed someone so bad to be that light for me. But sometimes, at the end of the day, you just have to be that light for yourself. And I just have to keep reminding myself that I'm going to take all these experiences that I've had, and I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to use them, and I'm going to keep moving. These experiences happen to me for a reason. Whatever that reason may be, I may not even know it. But I'm going to take them, and I'm just going to let them serve me as a lesson that I can grow from. Maybe it's a mistake that I did, and I learned, I'm not doing that again. Maybe I trusted someone, and you know what? You've used my trust one too many times. Still got love for you, still care about you, but you're no longer welcome in my life. Because you know what? It can be about you. It can always just be about you. And that's where I think really hurt me, to understand that it can just be about me, but I can still care about others too. And this whole time I thought it was either me or them. And, it's okay to let people go. I think it's okay to let people go. People who are no longer serving you, being healthy for you, I think it's okay to let them go. Maybe you'll come back to each other. Maybe you won't, and that's okay. If, you know, if it really was, you really were meant to be in each other's lives, they'll come back. You'll find a way back to each other and you'll make it work. But in that moment, you're not making it work. It's not going nowhere. You're draining yourself. So don't keep thinking, oh, next year I'll just start over. Next year I'll just start over. No, like, take this year, take what you've learned, and keep moving forward. Keep being better. Because we're not completely starting over each year. It's not like new year, new me. So some tools that I am implementing in 2021 is I have a planner with me, a 2021 planner, and I just thought it was super cute because it's got kind of like this little, what's it called, cheetah print, almost in a way. It's kind of like a blush pink with gold and black, and I got this from Home Goods, and it was just, you know, like $5, $6, I don't know, but you guys can definitely get, you know, one from, I know they have some really cute ones that they came out with this year at Target. They're a little more expensive, but hey, whatever, you know, whatever floats you guys' boats. So I just thought this one was cute. I didn't want those really tiny ones because, you know, you can't even really see anything in there. And I didn't want a big one. So this one was like a perfect in-between size, like perfect middle. And that's basically it. So what I've been doing is I've been using my planner to look at things for like the whole month in general. You know, it's got your calendar at the front of every month, and then it splits it up into the days of the week. And so for me, I have so many goals that I want to accomplish this year, but I know I'm not going to get there overnight. And, you know, you kind of have to have a plan for how you're going to reach these big goals. So a thing that I think is really smart is to make a plan for that one goal. Sit down and, you know, go over what you want out of life for that year. What resonates with you that you want for that year. Write a list. Do, you know, multicolors, highlighters, colored pencils, I don't care. Write a list. And when you have that list of goals that you want to accomplish for that year, start with the first goal on your list and make a plan. How are you going to get to that goal? Maybe you want to save $10,000 in a year. I don't know. Let's just say you want to save $10,000. Write a plan for, you know, maybe each week you put a certain amount of money aside. Or maybe you have a side hustle. Maybe you, like me, I used to do pet sitting. I'm going to get this many amount of pet sitting jobs this month, and I'm going to charge this certain amount for each pet sitting job. And that amount, this X amount, I'm going to put aside, and it's going to go towards, you know, the whole bigger picture. So you just divide it in the days of your week, or you could do it weekly or monthly. Maybe you put a certain side of money for that month, and that's, you know, it eventually will add up to your $10,000 that you want to save for that year. Or maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like, just make a plan of more achievable, smaller steps that you can take, certain like checkpoints you can check off once you've gotten to that smaller goal. And then before you know it, you're marking your huge goal off of your list. And what better feeling could that be than just, you know, knowing that you accomplished something that you have worked so hard for. So that's a great tip that I'm going to be implementing this year. So remember, we got our planner, and then for all of my ideas, all of the business ventures, all of the little notes, tips, whatever, just overall thoughts that I want to jot down, I have a notebook for. So this is like, I plan everything out, you know, thoughts that I have going on in my head, ideas, anything like that. I just write it in this notebook. And this is you guys, can we talk about this notebook? Isn't it adorable? It has so many puppy dogs on it. I got this one from Home Goods too. Super cute. And it came in a pack of 2. So I just write down all my ideas in it. And, you know, my video ideas, maybe business ventures I want to think about, Also, I have always loved the idea of making a vision board. I've never done it. Always loved the idea, but I've never done it. So this year, I decided to do it. And I always hear all these people talk about, vision boards just don't work. Just don't do it. Don't even waste your time on it. But, I mean, for me, I'm a visual person. And when I see something that I want, it reminds me, it sparks back that motivation of how much I want that and how much I'm going to do whatever it takes to make it come true. So, people usually just get their vision boards on a poster board and hang up on their wall. Now, I don't know about you, but the things hanging on my wall pretty much become invisible to me after like a week. So if you're gonna do a vision board, I suggest you put it somewhere that you like, there's no doubt about it, you have to look at it. Like you have to. Like it can't be like on some wall with a million other things on the wall, or just that one thing on the wall that you could just easily just glance over. So I have decided to put my vision board on my planner. It has a section in the back with notes, and I know that I'm going to be looking at this every day. And you can even do it like, you could print, I took some magazines and just cut them all up into things that resonated with me. But you can find stuff on Pinterest, print them out, stick them on your planner too. Or I know that sometimes the front covers to the planners have like a clear plastic that goes on before, and you could just paste it on the page beneath it, and that can be your cover for your planner. And that way you are forced to stare at that thing every day, and you're like, oh yeah, I have that as a goal, I better get to it, huh? But just these small little things to help you really see your goal and remind yourself and how badly you want that for yourself. And I know personally for me, I want to become more involved with social media. I want to be able to grow my own community where we all, it's a safe place for everyone. We all love each other. And that is why I have decided to really up my YouTube, videos, really get on top of just everything in general in my life, and not be this depressed, unmotivated, lazy bum that I was in 2020. I mean, COVID definitely ruined a lot of things for a lot of us, but it happened, it came, it's maybe not going anywhere anytime soon, but we have to learn how to roll with the punches. This happened, okay, we're gonna keep going. And I don't want to be that cheeseball, but I feel like the majority of you have probably heard of this little quote from Rocky in one of his movie scenes about how, it just, what, I'll play it for you guys. I'll find a clip and insert it, because basically the point is, you're gonna get hit in life, you're gonna get knocked down, and nothing in life is ever gonna go smoothly. Nothing in life is ever gonna be exactly the way you plan it to go, and you're gonna get beat up and tossed around a lot. But what matters is how you're gonna come out of that. Are you just gonna lay on the floor and cry because you've been hurt, or are you gonna get up and rise to the occasion, learn from it, and keep moving on? I don't know why that one Rocky scene just really, I'm even getting a little emotional and a little teary-eyed, but it's okay, because, I don't know, growing up, Rocky was my dad's favorite, motivational person ever. So I grew up always having the Rocky movies in the background and listening to them. For my dad, it was more of a, get in shape, get, tough, type of thing, but I don't know, for me, that's just very true in life, that you just, you're always, there's always going to be something that's going to put you down or try to. And it just, It's really a matter of how many times can you get hit and still keep coming back even stronger.
Somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame, like a big shadow. Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
I did not mean to get so emotional with you guys, but it's true. I don't know how else to put it, because I know that I have been beaten so many times in 2020. I can't even tell you. Like, I come from a Mexican family. If we could have a telenovela show, I think we would. Honestly, and that's just my family. It's crazy, and I love my family so much, but you got to be able to, even if it's family, you got to know when enough is enough. You gotta learn how to just not let it go. I know it's easier said than done, and you can never truly just let something go, but just kind of find a way to move on. Find a way to just exactly what I've been saying. Learn from it, grow from it. Learn from it, grow from it. That's our motto for 2021. Learn from it and grow with it, girl. So I just wanted to share a little bit of my 2021 vision board with you guys and be, a little transparent with you. For me, this year, getting back to being mentally a strong person is who I really admired of myself, of who I used to be. So if you can see my puppy back there, that's Rosie. Rosie! Rosie! She's adorable. I rescued her almost 2 years ago. She is if you guys could see her right now, if you scratch her butt, she just looks up and starts licking the air. Do you see that? Yes. She's adorable. But anyways, what was I saying before you interrupted me? Did I tell you guys she's a Chihuahua Yorkie mix? But she's precious. Her personality is adorable. But what I wanted to share with you a little bit of what's on my 2021 vision board is get back to being the mentally strong bitch, bad bitch that I was, Like, honestly, your mentality is what makes up everything that you are. And this is something that's going to be very hard for me. Just, I'm sure it's hard for everyone, but my biggest problem is forgiving people and showing them the forgiveness and just showing them grace. That's always been very hard for me, growing up throughout my childhood. But I know that's something very important for me personally. I feel like because I cannot forgive, it really weighs on me. And it's been some time for me to understand that, being mad, holding anger and grudges and not forgiving is really just hurting yourself. It just takes so much out of you, so much hate and resentment that just weighs so heavy on your heart. And I don't want to be that way. I know that I don't want to be that way. I was a person who used to believe that if I forgive someone, then I'm giving them the okay to keep doing whatever they did to me that made me upset with them, or whatever they did to hurt me. It is still taking me some time to understand, like truly understand and feel that when I forgive them, it's a way for me to let it go and to heal, and it's more for me than it is for them. So I'm gonna read you some quotes that I thought were really good for me this year. So one, I found this cute girl, you know, getting her workout on, getting her fitness on. Honestly, guys, when I met my boyfriend, now I have always been an athletic person, but going to the gym religiously was something that I had completely lost. And getting back into it, I didn't hate it. I knew it was good for me, and I loved it once I was there. But the thought of getting up, getting dressed to put on my gym clothes and physically going to the gym, I hated it. But now, just, you know, forcing yourselves to like just keep going through it, it gets easier, I promise. Now I love going to the gym, and I can't wait to get into the gym. I put on my headphones, blast my favorite music, and I kill my workout every time. Now there are some days where maybe I don't feel good. Maybe, you know, something happened that day that I feel kind of bummed about or something, and I don't want to go. But then I get in there and I start working out, and I feel so much better by the time I leave. Going to work out will be the best thing for you, you know? Why are you gonna sit at home and be sad and just, you know, swim in your self-pity basically, when you could get out of that funk, take the time you need, give yourself a minute, but get up and move. Honestly, you will feel so much better. But anyways, I keep rambling and going on rants. Anyways, here's one of the quotes. It says, everything you've done up till now has helped build resiliency to help you navigate what's going on right now. And that could not be more true for me. That's basically sums up what I've been trying to tell you guys this whole video. So I thought that was a very good one. And then, of course, in this big bold letters, I have mentally tough, because I really missed that about myself, was being mentally tough. Learning how to take the hit and keep moving forward. Learning how to get hurt and keep moving. Like, yes, it's gonna hurt. And yes, it did hurt me growing up. Like, I don't know, maybe like boys would break my heart and I'd be like, okay. Well, anyways, that stung a little bit, but we're gonna keep going, because this is not the end here. This is not the end for my life. And, you know, make yourself have that tough skin, give yourself that tough love that you need, because I fully believe, like, the only person who's going to be there for yourself is for you, and you want to show up for yourself. Of course, you have loved ones who are going to, you know, be there for you and want to show up for you, but the most important person for you to be is, you know, to be around, is to just show up for yourself and to take care of yourself. So I also have get strong in mind and body. Guys, I really did not mean for this video to be so heavy and so deep, but you know what? We're rolling with it. And then like I mentioned to you guys, I love animals. I have always loved animals, specifically dogs. Like, dogs are beyond my favorite, but I just love any single type of animal. I just love them all. And I want to really incorporate some way in my future endeavors and, like, you know, just, you know, future businesses that I really want to put my all into, so that I can give back to these, you know, poor pets, these cats and these dogs who are just tossed aside, beaten, hurt. And, you know, when you go to a shelter and you hang out with some of the dogs there, I used to volunteer at ASPCA, or I think it's SPCA, one of those, but it's in Dallas. I would volunteer there all the time, and I loved it. And the most amazing pets that I've seen have come from these shelters with the most saddest backstories, like the most devastating. And they have no voice to speak up for themselves. They have, you know, like, and then you take them home and they're just the sweetest things. It's like nothing ever happened to them. They are the epitome of what I want to be, about letting go and forgiving and trusting again. Because some of these dogs that have just been through so much, they get, you know, a better home, and it's like nothing ever happened to them. They don't live the rest of their life thinking, or who knows if maybe they do think about it from time to time, who knows, but they're not depressed about it. They're happy and they want to give you all of this love. And for me, that just really speaks a lot to me. But anyways, long story short, I really want to be able to find a way to give back to them and to help them. Another quote I have is, I will face challenges, hardships, things that will test my will. I will not be discouraged. I will give it my all. I will never give up because I'm strong. I guess you could kind of, I didn't even notice this until I started looking back over it and like what my theme for 2021 is. And saying it back to you guys is just, again, being mentally tough, being able to take that hit and keep moving. Another big thing, I know that COVID has pretty much taken over the world, and traveling, I guess it's iffy in some places, I don't know, but for me, I really want to travel. I wanted to travel more, and for me this year, I at least want to go somewhere that is out of Texas. I don't care where it is, I just want to travel to somewhere. And some stuff is opening back up, and you know it's important to, you know, these people, you know, that work from, you know, like being a tourist location and having people come in, they can't do that anymore, or they can barely afford to keep their people on because we can't travel anymore. So I know some places are opening back up, so, you know, just always be careful. But one of my goals, sorry, the dogs hear something. One of my goals for 2021 is to take at least one trip somewhere. And so, you know, I'm going to make my own plan for that and how I'm going to get there. But I have all of these colorful pictures of like tropical places and stuff. So, you know, just do whatever speaks to you guys. Go find a bunch of pictures on Pinterest and go put them together, like stitch them. I think you can do it on like Canva, or, you know, make a collage on your phone, put it as your wallpaper so you see it every day on your screensaver. So that was really my tips for you guys for how we're going to make 2021 our bitch. We're not gonna take no shit. I don't know if you guys heard that song. I'll find it and include it somewhere, but you know what I'm talking about, ladies. You know exactly what song I'm talking about. But I love you guys, and thank you so much for the support and all of the likes that I've been getting on my videos. I really appreciate it. Please go check me out on Instagram and leave me some messages, some comments, whatever you want. I really appreciate you guys and coming with me on this journey for 2021, where we are going to absolutely kill it. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I want to wish you all again a happy new year, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
You end up coming here December 23rd, $100 in your pocket, correct?
Yeah, my dad's life savings.
Your dad's life savings?
My dad's life savings, yeah.
He gave you the $100?
He gave me $100. That's all he had. That's all he had. I mean, you can't save money when the system
Dogs don't have behavioral issues.
No, they don't. They're hungry. If you're hungry, you're not gonna have drama in your life. You're not gonna have you're not gonna not enjoy the moment. You're gonna be your biggest motivation is to stay alive.
I think that there's a lesson there. I just want to jump in on this, and that is that's one of the things also why I think someone should always have something that they're pursuing in their life. That hunger inside a human also keeps you from sitting around worrying about all your problems all the time and how you're not fulfilled and you're not happy and all these other things that I think humans struggle with most of the time, sometimes is just created by the fact that there's no hunger in your life. You're not after something. You're not passionate about something. And the journey's unreal that you end up with on this TV show for a decade, written all these books. But at some point, is it accurate? You were living homeless?
When I came to America, yeah.
You were literally homeless. You sleep under a bridge, literally?
2 months, yeah.
2 months under a bridge. That's extremely...
You don't feel like a homeless. You feel like when you go to Europe and you're like sleeping in the hospital. You're backpacking. You know what I mean? It's perception.
The thing about you and this perception thing, though, that I perceive about you, like right when I got out of my car, immediately was your energy. And it seems to me that it paints your outlook on life.
I can be happy with or without money. I already mastered how not to have money. I was poor my whole entire childhood and adolescent stage. Of course, I mastered that. Do I feel bad about it? No, I feel great because I can say I mastered poverty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And most people who make money and then lose money and then they get depressed because they have never experienced to be happy without money, fame, and power.
And you had that happen, right? You've told me that you had money, then you didn't have money again, then you had it again. And you if you don't mind saying, this is maybe somewhere that's interesting to go, but that you could help people.
Yeah.
Because I think people look at someone like you or like me and they think we have all these answers. But for me in my life, many of the answers I've found for me are out of necessity. Like, I had to learn some of these skills so that I could be a happier person, so that I could be a higher functioning person. Yeah. Like, my self-confidence comes from the fact that I was so insecure as a little boy that I had to learn these tools just to be like a functioning person, right?
But you got to master uncertainty.
And you've had if you don't mind going there, because I just think you'd serve people so much because you're this world famous guy. You've had all these celebrities. We're walking through here earlier. You've worked with the NASA. You've worked with the astronauts. And I mean, you said this incredible life. Leaders of the free world have called on you to help them with their pets. I mean, it's like, and really help them with themselves, frankly. But
they don't know it.
They don't know that, right?
People in power, you have to break it down. You can't pop the bubble real quick.
But I mean, your life story from this little boy who's working at 5 years old, who lives under a bridge, who gets his dad's $100 to come here, who has his place in South Central, to just what it's turned into is just extraordinary. But you've also had dark times in your life. There was a point, at some point as an adult, where you weren't sure you want to even be here anymore. Is that
suicide,
not true?
Yeah, suicide thought. I think I experienced it once. I think that was a perfect situation. I'm glad that I didn't follow. I took everything I could, and I should be dead. But there's one of those moments where even if you get in the way of the bullet, if it's not your time, that's what's like. Oh, that sentence. I heard it many times. It is real.
Yeah.
So it gave me like that sense of like direction again of not being selfish. Wow. So I became too selfish. I started thinking about me only, and that I became a failure. So I got into this concept that I jumped the border. So there's so many things that I couldn't think at that time.
Yeah.
It's almost like winning gold medals, right? So everything that I accomplished is a lot of gold medals.
Yeah.
But then you start all that fixation, all that focus, all that passion, all that spirituality, you pour into the negativity. So I experienced what a lot of people experience.
Yeah.
I never had that. I never experienced a human who I didn't trust, or I never experienced a human who was very dishonest. So I did. And so it was very shocking to me. It was almost like I was shocked.
Yeah.
I was shocked that it happened to me.
That happened to you.
Yeah, I was shocked. But now it's like, okay, it's human. Unfortunately, it's human nature. That has nothing to do with me. So, it just made me a better father.